Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Akram and you are watching Knowledge 360. So in this video I will show you how overloading of a stored procedure works in PostgreSQL. So for that you must know that what is actual stored procedure overloading or a function overloading. So this is the case like when the function name or object name is same but it differs with the parameters, differs in parameter list. Okay, parameter list. So in this case the overloading work that it match the exact number of or exact type of parameter that we pass in a stored procedure, that match, and that one is exactly is called. So I'll show you both, so stay tuned with me and let's first create a table to check it, that whatever we do we need to store in a table so that we can get how it works. Create table. The table name is like public dot testing and the column is demo column and it's of text type. Okay, so let's create it first. The table is created. Now let's create a procedure, simple procedure. Create or replace procedure. The procedure name is public dot testing procedure and I'll take here one parameter p message and it's of text, and the language is PLPG SQL, and then declare. I don't need here any declaration things, so I'll move to begin. Now what I'll do, I'll simply insert the message, insert into public dot testing and the column name was demo column. Demo column values that the values is whatever value is coming from p message, so it will be stored here, and then end of body. So this is one simple procedure that I'm creating. What it will do, it will simply insert the message as a parameter that I'm sending. It will insert into testing. Okay, so I need to mention here as body. So this is the compulsory thing. So it's created successfully. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll again create again create a procedure under name testing procedure, but I will take different parameter list. So I just copied that one and I'm pasting it. I will change here p message I'll change it to p num1 and it's of numeric and p num2, this is as well numeric. Okay, so here I'll need one parameter like one variable b result, that will be also a numeric type, and what I'll do, I'll v result equals to p num1 plus p num2. Okay, and now the summation, whatever summation comes, it will be assigned to v result, and I will insert that into this one. So the sum is, this is the way that we concatenate a string in PostgreSQL, and the sum is v result. Okay, so now in this case, what will happen, that whatever I am passing parameter, it will be summed up and it will be assigned to v result, and it will be inserted as into the table, testing table, as the sum is whatever the sum. Suppose here I am passing 3 and 5, so 3 plus 5 will be 8, and 8 will be assigned to v result, and that will be inserted like this, the sum is 8. Okay, so now let's create it. So guys, in other SQL database like Oracle, when you create with same name, even if you have a different parameter list, it will throw you error that saying this object is already existing, like that. So in that case, you need to change your object name completely. But PostgreSQL supports the overloading of stored procedure as well as stored function. So now I'm showing you that how procedure overloading works. So now when I create it, it won't say me that under this name it's already existing. See, here is one is existing testing procedure. When I create it, there will be another one with different parameter list. See, here you can see the parameter list is p message, only one parameter, and that is of text type. So let's create it. So it's created. To check that if it's created or not, just refresh that. See here, the name is same, testing procedure and testing procedure, both the name same is, but they differ with the parameter list. Okay, so now how the compiler will be differentiating between them, whenever we pass the parameter types and parameter types and list, it will come and match that which sequence it follows. Then after that the compiler will choose that one and execute. Okay, so now I'll show you the example. Now first I'll call you the first one that I had created with one parameter, call public dot testing. Okay, the parameter was one parameter, hello Akram, and this was of text type. So I am creating this, and I'll call it, sorry, the procedure name was testing procedure. Okay, so now I'll call it, it's done. To check the value, I'll do select star from public dot testing, the table name that should hold hello Akram message. Let's check, yeah, it is there, hello Akram. Now what I'll do, I'll call the other one under the same name, public dot testing procedure, and I'll pass p number like 3 and 5. Okay, what it will do, it will call this one, and it will insert the result, the sum is 8. Okay, as the sum of 3 and 5 is 8. So let's call it. So this is also called, but now this time the other one is called, but I will get my result. So this is how I got my result. So this is how function stored procedure overloading works. Now I will again check call public dot testing procedure. So this time knowingly that I will give a wrong parameter list. So this type of thing is not there, like 3 numeric parameter are not there. So it will say me that there is not matched with any parameter, like this thing, error will come. Let's check. So the error came like this: procedure public dot resting procedure integer 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 does not exist. Okay, so now so this didn't work. Now what I'll do, when I create a procedure with parameter this, that will be integer integer and integer, and again I'll call it, that will work. So let's check that one as well. So I need to do like this only, not not much change. Like I had taken two parameter and I will take pnum3, that is also of numeric type, and in the summation what I'll do, I was doing two value sum. Now I will add one more pnum3, and whatever the sum becomes, it will be hold v result, and then it will be inserted. So let's first create this one. So the procedure is created. Now when I call it, it won't give me error, but it will be executed successfully, and the sum of 3 plus 5 plus 67 will be inserted in the table. So now call it. So now this time it's called successfully, and now I will check. So see here, the value is inserted. So this is the way that how procedure overriding works in PostgreSQL. So I will post more about PostgreSQL stored procedure and other things, that how can we pass an array as a parameter here, that we are passing a text message and a numeric value, that how we can pass array, and how we work on that, how we pass a JSON and how we work on that, and lots of things are there. So periodically I will post videos on that. So subscribe my channel to get the updates of videos, and check my playlist to learn more. So let's meet in next video. So till then, take care, bye bye.